Okay, let's talk about the techniques on how you can get your first client in Upwork. This is a very exciting topic. Okay, so let's go ahead and go straight to our presentation. So, how do you get your first clients in Upwork? So, first thing that I'd like you to know is that there could be two clients that you can begin with. Okay, so number one is your pro bono clients. Nabanggit ko na to in the past videos where you can actually work for free for in the meantime. No, these are the clients, probably one or two, just to really get the experience. Walang masama in getting like free services kasi you are gaining experience. Okay, in my opinion, it's hard to really get a really premium clients kung nagsisimula ka pa lang. Okay? Kasi papantayan mo yun eh. Beginner client, beginner freelancer, a premium client, you will get there. Syempre, kapag meron ka ng skill na pwede mong i-offer dun sa client. If you are watching this video at any point and you have already developed a skill and you think you are in the intermediate and expert level, you don't need to get the pro bono clients. Malinaw yan ha. Pero kung nagsisimula ka lang, halimbawa you are practicing your Facebook ads skill or Google ads or SEO, and then you are also trying to get your first portfolio feedback for creating doodly animation videos o kaya ano pa ba yun, yung mga ganon. um, you can get pro bono clients just to get the experience, the testimonials, and the feedback. um, y- another client is a client that you will invite in Upwork. Yung mapapapayag mo na mag-work kasama ka sa Upwork. So remember that you can, in Upwork kasi there is a feature that you can invite clients to work with you in Upwork. So there's nothing wrong. Actually, Upwork is very willing to do this. Syempre kasi may kita din sila dito, di ba? They have a cut on this. So maybe you can find someone in different groups, in freelancing groups, in LinkedIn, in your vicinity, anyone who can work, who want to work with you, and then you will get their permission and you will do the transaction in Upwork. Okay, so you can post this kind of template, so tweak mo na lang ng konti, no? For example, you post this idea in any Facebook group. So, hello everyone, I am currently exploring work from home opportunities and I am learning, example, Facebook ads. Since I am currently honing my skill and before charging premium clients, I want to get as much experience that I need to find people who are in need of my skills and I will charge you with very small fee in exchange of me doing the work for you. Or you can say, I'm gonna give you an extreme discount. Please let me know and I will be grateful for the opportunity to be working with you. And there will be people who will say yes to this, because they want someone like you at a very low price, yung hindi naman masyadong picky din. Okay? And then you talk to them na dalin sila sa Upwork, dun kayo magtatrabaho. Everything will be performed and done in Upwork. If you want to have like an Upwork diary, and that's okay. If you will just be doing it for a fixed price, kasi at the end of the day, your agenda here is for you to get this client to give you feedback and rating in Upwork. So the next step is the client will be signing up an Upwork account, and then you do everything in Upwork. It could be hourly or fixed, like I mentioned a while ago. And once you're done with the project, you will ask for a review and feedback from this client. So, syempre, sabi mo nga kanina, medyo mababa lang yung singil mo dito for the beginning kasi you're just getting the experience. This is the way to get your first feedback ever in Upwork. And how I wish many years ago I've also thought about this. But don't worry, since you have me as your coach naman here, I was able to, get a lot of experiences and feedback from other freelancers. So this works as well. Okay? This is also similar with Lazada or Amazon platform. So may mga halimbawa meron kami mga bagong products na gusto naming ipa-rank or ipa-review kasi remember that these are all algorithm. The more na marami kang feedback, the more na tumataas yung rank mo at mas ipapakita ka sa mga audience at sa mga potential clients. Ganun ang Upwork, similar na nag-work sa Lazada and sa Amazon. Kung mapapansin mo kung sino yung mga may maraming feedback sa Lazada at sa Amazon, sila yung mga na-feature o yung tinatawag na seller picks, kumbaga. So you are ranking and tumataas yung chance mo na maipakita ka, ma-showcase yung gawa mo sa mga ibang tao because you already have the feedback. So in Lazada and Amazon, we do that as well. um, we have our friends or family members to order the products and then they will give an honest feedback on that. So, binabayaran nila yon. And then, eventually, nagiging organic. Or, ibig sabihin ng organic, hindi na kami nagbabayad ng ads. So, ganun din sa Upwork. Okay? So, same with that algorithm. Upload your portfolio screenshot on Upwork from that client who agreed to work with you on Upwork, you will be hitting a lot of birds in one stone. You get the real experience, you get the feedback, you get the testimonials, and you also get the portfolio. Okay? So as you get more and more feedback, your profile will be suggested to clients because the goal of Upwork is to match the clients to the freelancers who can meet their needs. Dun sila kumikita eh. Remember that Upwork is business. So they need to find the right clients, meeting the right freelancers, kind of like a dating site. Okay? Ganun din yung Amazon. Doon din naman sila kumikita, di ba? So, yan, the projects that you might want to consider when you are beginning and when you are looking for those clients who will agree with you to work together, find fixed projects and that are short term to get those reviews ASAP. The goal is to get the feedback ASAP. Wag ka munang, okay, I would say this, wag ka munang kumuha ng mga client na hourly rate na for long term. Kung ang habol mo ay yung mga feedback, pwede naman yon. Pwede ka naman kumuha din ng mga long-term clients kasi finally may client ka na, di ba? If you are after the experience, tas gumagana na yung hours mo sa Upwork, okay lang naman yon. Walang masama. Kung sakali lang nakahanap ka long-term client long-term tapos billable hours. So, let's say 40 hours per week. That's good. Sige, for sure, definitely kunin mo kapag nangzan. Pero, in terms of the ranking, nang gusto ko mahanap mo din ay yung mga fixed price at yung mga short term muna kasi ang habol naman natin dito sa isang scenario na to ay makaroon ka ng mga stars o ng feedback review. Okay? Kasi the more dumadami yon, mas nagiging visible ka at mas madali para sa'yo na makipag-negotiate sa clients kasi you already have an established portfolio. The sooner, the better. Okay? Ayan. All right, so continue to build your portfolio, get all those trial clients na tawag natin kanina. If there will be more of that, like say maraming mga nagtaas ng kamay na I'm willing to do this with you, do it. Okay? So that you can get more reviews and feedback. Never hesitate to send applications to the jobs that you know you are very good at. Kasi there's a pretty good chance that you will get hired when you know what you're talking about. Okay? All right. And now let's go ahead and check your numbers. Ano ba yung metrics? Sige, tignan natin. Ano ba yung pinaka-importante? Ito very effective to guys and I hope that you listen to this part. So halimbawa, meron kang proposal na sinend. Now look at the table that I created for you right now. So ito yung mga stages ng proposal, 'di ba? So halimbawa, the number of proposals you sent. For example, you set 20 as your target. Okay, within the week or within 2 weeks or within the month, I will be setting 20 proposals. Now, hindi yan 20 out of 20 magre-respond sa'yo. Hindi rin 20 out of 20 bibigyan ka ng contract. Most likely, kapag nagsisimula ka, mababa yung chance. Okay? That is a reality, guys. This is a numbers game. And I want you to embrace this fully para hindi ka ma-disappoint. Alright? So let's say, for example, in reality, the number of proposals that you sent are 20. Sa 20 na yon, the chance na magre-respond sa'yo yung client and will lead you to interview will be 5. That's just the way it is. Okay? Medyo mababa sa simula. And that's okay. Actually, kahit yung mga premium clients, usually ganito lang din talaga yung mga nagre-respond sa kanila. It's a numbers game. So for as long as you know, so you will track it. Like for example, in the month of February, ilan yung proposal na sinend mo, ilan yung nag-respond. And then you compare it with March. Baka mas tumaas yung mga proposals na nag-respond sa'yo, pero your proposal sent is still 20. Remember, you are a business, so you think like a business. Okay? So, 5 lang, kadalasan, from the proposals that were leading to an interview. Sorry. So, sabi nila, sure, let's go ahead and sit down and I'll listen to what you have to say. And then, sa lahat ng yon, tatlo lang yung tumuloy na nakausap mo for an interaction. And then, isa lang yung end up hiring you. So, ibig sabihin, this is not set in stone ha. This is just an example that I am giving you. So, ilan yung percentage nung 20 na yon, tas isa yung nag-hire sa'yo. Okay? So, ilan din yung probability. So, you have to gauge it. I want to give you like a ballpark and an idea that in reality, in the real world, there's no such thing as 20 proposals sent and 20 contracts. Godlike ka na nun. Alright? And good thing kung merong ganun, ano? Pero hindi sa lahat ng pagkakataon nangyayari yon. There are times na may nalalaglag. May nalalaglag. Halimbawa, pagka nasa e-commerce, share ko lang sa inyo. So, yung mga nag-view ng product, halimbawa, 1,000. 1,000 who viewed my image, 1,000 who viewed my video. Not all those 1,000 who viewed will buy. Okay? I'm just giving you this exact mindset. So, sa 1,000, meron doon mag-add to cart. Hindi lahat ng nag-add to cart mag-check out. Okay? So, let's say for example, may nalagas na 20%. Sa lahat ng nag-check out, hindi yan lahat mag-click sa ng buy now, natutuloy sa buy now. Nag-check out lang, naglagay lang sila doon, pero probably they changed their minds. You know what I mean? So, not all people who viewed my products will eventually go add to cart, will eventually buy the product. There are people who are just like, it's a nice product, but they're not ready yet to buy it. Same thing with Upwork. Same thing with getting clients. These are statistics and reality, so you don't get frustrated when people don't respond to you. And remember that as you grow better and as you do the proposal templates that I taught you in the beginning, you have no reason na hindi ka re-replyan ng client. Okay? The chances are increased because you have that. Because your pattern interrupt is there, the way you resolve the client's problem in your proposal, you are not a canned response, you don't copy paste. Yung mga yon, they will be stuck in your favor, that there's a high chance that mapapansin ka ng client kumpara sa hindi mo ginawa yon. Okay? But there is no 100% absolute na lahat ng sinendan mo will reply to you. Mataas yung probability kapag mas nag-gain ka na ng experience. Okay? Tapos, i-consider mo din dyan yung marami na bang nag-send ng proposal. Pang ilan ka na sa mga nag-send ng proposal. Tapos, i-consider mo din dyan yung bid rate mo. 'Di ba? Kung masyado bang mababa yung ni-rate mo. Kung masyado bang mataas yung bidding mo. I-consider mo din dyan kung ilan yung mga ini-interview na ni client at the moment. Yung mga ganon. Okay? Pero ako, na-experience ko noon, if I consider all that into consideration, if I put them all into consideration na bago pa lang, fresh pa lang yung proposal, konti pa lang yung nag apply wala pang masyadong ini-interview, magaling yung pagkakagawa ko ng portfolio ko, maganda yung pagkakagawa ko ng nung cover letter ko, there's a pretty good chance na mawiwin ko yung client na mag-respond sa akin. Take note ha, nandun pa lang ako sa magre-respond siya sa akin. So, I'm not closing that deal just yet kasi meron tayong interview process pa. Diba? So, think of it as a numbers game. Like email, they have an open rate. Like what's the good probability na the nice statistics of open rate of an email, yung the number of ilang beses na-click, nabuksan yung email. Bukod doon, ilang beses na-click yung link doon sa email. Kasi syempre, di ba, you're sending traffic, you're sending products, offers on that email. So, iba pa yung click-through rate nun, iba pa yung open rate. Nakuha. So, habang tumatagal, bumababa yung numbers nun. So, think of that. Sa e-commerce din, meron tayong tinatawag na click-through rate. Ilan yung nag-click? Ilan yung actual na bumili? Ganon. Yung cost per purchase. Magkaiba yung click-through rate, magkaiba pa yung CPR, yung cost per purchase nung, CPP, yung cost per purchase nung tao. You need to think of it like a business perspective. Nakukuha para hindi ka nagwo-worry na, oh my God, coach, walang nag-reply sa akin. So you have to attack it like, what went wrong? Where did you, what's the thing that you have to change? Where did you go wrong? Diba? Ano yung mali? Okay? And then, out of 20, hindi nga 20-20 yung magre-reply. Mga 5 lang yan. 4, 6, okay? I'm sure that you are getting because you are very smart naman. You are my students and I believe my students are smart. No BS there. Magagaling ang mga estudyante ko. Alright, so remember the first time is the hardest. Okay, as you build your portfolio, you will be declining clients here and there. Promise ko yan sa'yo. Darating ka dun sa punto na ikaw na yung humihindi. No more, hindi ko na kaya kasi fully load na. Ilang clients lang ba yung kailangan mo sa isang araw, di ba? You only have 24 hours. Matutulog ka pa. Magne-Netflix ka pa. Tapos nandiyan pa yung mga kids or yung pets, you have still quality time with them. So, 'di ba? Um don't don't just live like parang puro trabaho-trabaho na lang, 'di ba? One day will come that you cannot handle it anymore, that you will be outsourcing it to somebody. You will be building your agency and then you will be charging a small amount of commission because the clients they keep coming to you. Diba? Ikaw na yung sought after ngayon and I promise you, if you just do everything by the book and suggestions na binigay ko sa'yo dito sa masterclass na to, you will get there. But the first part is the hardest. Are you willing to work and dedicate and commit yourself to making this work? If you do, and if you put it in your heart, everything that I taught you in this masterclass, you are set to success. Okay, so meron pa pala tayong last slide doon. Freelancing is a very lucrative business with very less capital and less risks that are involved. How many of you here ay naglabas kayo ng malaking puhunan like 1 million or 250,000 for an initial capital? There's no such thing as that in the freelancing. All you need to do is to have your laptop, you have your internet connection, you have your phone, and you have your skills. That's it. And you are set. And it takes a lot of effort in the beginning. I wouldn't lie about that, but it is totally worth it in the end. Okay, so I hope you learned something from this video, and I will see you on our next discussions.